Hey guys, I just wanted to say, thank you for all the support I got on the last video. I really do appreciate the comments. It sort of made me realize that, I think as a kid especially, I was trying to speed run through, I guess, life and school in some sort of way. And I think now the reason why is because I was sort of scared to really give myself a challenge or find something that I would end up loving. And, maybe I would have fall flat on my face on it and it'd be, super embarrassing, especially when you're a kid. Um, and to this day I still think I have that sort of problem. If you would want to, I still have that problem. And yesterday I did a around a 5 hour stream, I believe. I think that's the longest time I streamed before, and I realized that around the 2 hour mark, I started to get a bit groggy, and I realized that if I continue doing this, I don't lose anything. This time that I have, the most I'll probably spend it will be watching TV or something. And I thought to myself, look, I always wanted to stream. I want to see how it goes, and if I like it, that's amazing, man. And the thing is, I want to be on this run where I'm able to read more, get less technology time, be able to understand what I really want in life, and come to terms with my own faults and realize that I'm not perfect, but you know what? As long as I can try as hard as I can on the hobbies and things that I love and people that I care about, I think I'm doing great, and I think I'll be satisfied with my life no matter what. And I pushed myself to do this 5 hours. I really did, and having people who were able to come into the chat and talk with me, and I got to understand what other people were also maybe going through, and why this game that I played really resonated with me, because it's about family, and I guess the impact of what a losing family could feel like, and what are some dire examples of what people would do in order to get their family back. And something that resonated with me, because I dealt with mental health complications when I was younger. I want to take myself out. I felt that I wasn't worthy enough of the people that were around me, that didn't live up to expectations, and I was stressing myself out over things that most likely didn't even matter or really were even there, present in my life. People that I were chasing after, people that I wanted to do better than, and expectations that were held against me. And they made me crumble, and I couldn't handle the pressure. And now it's been a decade, and there are some issues that I still have from back then, but I want to be able to be the bigger person, be better, and come to terms with my own faults and fix them. And if I can't fix them, at least allow myself to understand that I can do better, and now is the time. I'm nearly, or in a couple years maybe, I'll soon be a full-fledged adult, possibly living in my own place right now. Right now I'm currently 18, and I'm living with my family, and I was able to repair the relationship with them. We're able to be a lot closer, and I think that's something that me, as a kid, really wanted and desperately needed, but I wasn't able to get that. But now we're able to understand that mental health and stresses of life shouldn't be dealt with by yourself. They should be dealt with with friends and family and yourself. You have people that are present in your life, people that care about you, and I took that for granted as a kid. Maybe I was just blind because I was scared of the complications I had with being able to learn a language that was my heritage and a part of my family's history, and I wasn't able to communicate it with the vast majority of my family who only speaks that language, and it made me feel like shit. And now I want to be able to get out there and learn this language, push myself. I can't be scared anymore, because the more I'm scared, the more harm I'm doing to myself. And at the end of the day, it's better that I'm able to put myself in that uncomfortable situation than to sit here on my ass and not do anything. And I started to realize that I think I'm starting to find my place. Being able to post on this YouTube channel, no matter how many people, no matter what the comments could be about, whether positive or negative or just informative, may I realize that people are genuinely starting to listen to what I say, and people are starting to give thought into what I say and make up their own replies and possibly grievances, if anything. I'm not sure if that would be the right word, but You may realize that, you know, I'm not alone in this, that there are also people who have gone through this, people who have gone through things similar like me. Maybe some who haven't, but, you know, maybe they can come to sympathize and understand where I'm possibly coming from. And I think it's a shame that, you know, especially mental health for men and in general, is something that's very pushed to the side and thought as nothing more than I guess, a farce. But, you know, there are many people who suffer in silence, but their pain can be felt by millions of people across the world. You know, one day they might be the most joyous person, the next day they'll be, you know, at the edge, man. Um, and genuinely, I'm sorry if this video is getting a bit dark or a bit off topic, but I just wanted to give my perspective of how I'm seeing myself, you know, become better, especially with this YouTube channel. You know, being able to hold myself accountable for the things that I ran away from, and now I want to be better, and I want to be able to have these videos be a record and sort of journal, online journal, of where I started and where I can be and where I'm going in life. And I genuinely want to thank everyone, you know, from the bottom of my heart who's been here on this journey with me. You know, whether you're just seeing this video now or are a previous subscriber or watcher, you know, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. And it's nice to know that I'm not alone in this, and I do think that there anyone else that's, you know, possibly going through what I'm going through, that, you know, just know that we aren't alone, and that this time that we're going through, this hardships that we're going through, is a phase of life that's hard and difficult, and if anything, it breaks us down little by little from the years and months and days that we suffer from these ailments. But at the end of the day, as long as we keep going and don't lose faith and believe in ourselves in the most part, and have faith in other people who love us and care about us, then I think we'll be fine and we'll make it through. Thank you for watching.